Welcome back to the Heartbeat of Money. I'm Jon P. Moffitt, and today we're going to begin something brand new. Over the next few episodes, I'm going to walk you through a framework I call the Heartset Method, a way of looking at your business journey that puts emotion, mindset, and spirit at the center of everything you build. Because you're not just scaling your business, you're becoming someone in the process. And the truth is, most people teach you how to build from the outside in. I want to help you build from the inside out. So today, we're going to start at the beginning. The emotional weight of launching a business. Not the plan, not the logo, not the brand colors, but what it feels like when you say yes to something no one else can see yet. Let's talk about what it means to build with your whole heart. When you first get the vision to start a business, it feels electric. You feel chosen, called, on fire. You can see it in your whole head. The clients, the freedom, the impact. You're wide awake at 2 a.m. because your soul is more alive than it's ever been. The first customer, pure adrenaline. The first invoice, kind of a scary moment. Even when your family's not fully sure, you feel it in your bones. And sometimes that moment feels like confirmation, like God's whispering, yes, this is the path. But here's the thing. Excitement, it doesn't cancel fear. It just rides alongside of it. And underneath that fire, there's fear, real fear. What if I fail? What if I'm not built for this? What if the people I love and around me start doubting me? And here's one we don't talk about enough. What if it actually works? Can I handle it? Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being judged, being stretched, or even running out of time, energy, or even money. 1 minute you're confident, the next you're spiraling in self-doubt. This is where a lot of businesses silently die. Not from a bad model, but from unprocessed emotion. The dream was real, but the fear, it was louder. I had a conversation with a woman, let's just call her Michelle. She left her 6-figure job, launched a consulting business. She had the credentials, the connections, and honestly, the vision was solid. Her first client came, second client came. Then she got an invite to speak at a conference, and that's when it hit her. She called me in a full-blown panic. She said, Jon, I think I'm in over my head. What if I get on stage and freeze? What if they realize that I'm not as good as they think? Now, keep in mind, she had already done the work. She wasn't guessing. She was proven. But the fear wasn't about the work. It was about her. Because when the business started working, so did the fear of success. She wasn't afraid of failing anymore. She was afraid of being seen. That's the emotional weight no one prepares you for. And that's why Heartset Method matters. Because it's not enough to believe in your business. You have to believe in yourself at every single level. Then comes the part where you start looking around. Social media hits you with a wave of comparison. The perfect brands, the 6-figure launches, everyone else seems to have it together. And you start to shrink a little bit. Am I too late to the game, you ask yourself? Do I even know what I'm doing? Why does it feel so easy for everyone else around me, but for me it seems so difficult? So what do? You try to do everything. You design the website, you build the funnels, write the copy, figure out the finance, market the product. And you know what? You burn out early. A few mistakes in and you're already questioning whether you're cut out for this. But here's the truth. This isn't just about fear, it's about worth. You're not just asking, will this work? You're asking, am I worthy of success? That's where the heartfelt, heart-set method best works in the beginning, in the raw, honest place. Now, here's where things start to shift. You realize you can't keep building on adrenaline. You need structure, margin, and a rhythm. So You start building systems instead of always reacting. You start naming your emotions, and you start naming the emotional patterns like overthinking, procrastinating, overdoing it. And you stop living in the chaos and you start leading with clarity. Because clarity is where businesses really start to thrive. That's the moment where you go from trying to make it and you go to making it, to building like someone who has already been there. This is the mindset piece of Heartset. Mindset isn't just about motivation. It's about putting scaffolding around the emotions so that the building and everything that you're working on doesn't collapse. And the stronger your structure, the safer the vision becomes, the safer the business becomes, the safer your emotions become. Because here's the part that holds it all up, and that is your spirit. The spirit within you, the spirit that first started the business, the first idea that you had to help somebody or solve a problem. That spirit that's inside of you that gets you up at 2 a.m. in the morning. Because eventually that excitement fades. The emotion gets heavy. And the mindset takes time to grow. So, what keeps you going? The answer is your why. Why did you start this business? Why do you want to be in this business? The thing in your spirit that said yes before the business ever made sense on paper. You were called to solve a problem. You were moved by something bigger in money when you first started. It's that excitement of being able to get into business and do it. Because you know what? Here's the truth. If your business is only built on profit, it will crumble in a storm. But if it's built on purpose, that storm becomes fuel. And that's what the Heartset Method is really about. Reconnecting the soul of the why you said yes. Starting the business isn't just about getting the website live or forming an LLC. It's about becoming someone stronger than you fear, bigger than your self-doubt, and deeper than your revenue goals. This is why I created the Heartset Method, because your business isn't just a brand, it's a mirror, a reflection of everything you're carrying emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So if you're just starting out and you feel the tension between passion and panic, I want you to know you're not behind, you're not crazy, and you're not alone. Just keep building, keep believing, and build something with a heartbeat. So if you like this and what we're talking about here, share this episode with someone you know who's getting started. And if you want to get a deeper dive into this, visit me at Next Stage Wealth, set up a call for 30 minutes and let's dive in. Next week, we're going to move into part 2, the Heartset Method, the emotional weight of running a business and how to survive the grind without losing yourself. And I'll see you then. And remember, build with purpose, exit with power, and always be visualizing beyond your exit.